Hey everyone. So I haven't made a makeup video in a while, and I got up early this morning and showered, so my daughter's still asleep right now, so I figured I would go ahead and do a video and chat with you guys while I figured out what I was doing today with my makeup. So wanted to chat with, just kind of like give an update how we're doing with going vegetarian, vegan. We did just go vegetarian at first because we still had, eggs and, some cheese and different types of dairy products in the house. And I didn't want to waste it, so, we went ahead and used a lot of that. And then whenever we were able to go back to the grocery store, I went ahead and got the vegan versions of everything. So we got vegan butter, we got lots of peanut butter. Peanut butter has been like a huge staple for us. So we got a lot of stuff from Trader Joe's, and it was the first time I had been in that store. I've been twice now. But I love Trader Joe's. They're really friendly. The first time we went, they gave us 2 free boxes of tea because it was like a fall tea. They were really, really nice. Really nice people there. But so far, I will say I've noticed a difference in my energy. I've got more energy, I've got more go. I mean, I do get tired later on in the day, so I'll take a nap, and that's just probably from my body detoxing from all the dairy and the meat and everything. But overall, I've been feeling a tremendous difference in my energy, just feeling better, and even my mood. I have depression, and I am on medication for it. I'm actually going to try to cut my dose in half and see how that does, because I have noticed a tremendous difference in my mood. I'm a lot happier. I'm not as I had my days whenever I was really exhausted where all I wanted to do was sleep, from the detoxing. But now that that's over, it's been a full week and 2 days. I'm feeling a ton better. So I think that it's great. I made some vegan pizza and some cauliflower wings, and last night I made a really awesome vegan chili, which is funny for me because whenever my family would make chili, I'd always be like, I don't want a lot of beans, please put, a lot of meat, and I'd always be the first one to try to go for the pot to get the meat before everyone else took it all. And I am loving this meatless chili that I made. I used eggplant, which is super inexpensive. I used eggplant, pinto beans, red lentils. I used 2 sweet bell peppers, 2 tomatoes, and a few other things. And I mean, it was really, really good. I was not complaining about not having any meat in it. So I think so far it's going really good for my family. Now, the one thing my husband keeps complaining about is because I won't buy him cottage cheese. He likes to snack on cottage cheese. I don't know why. I've never been a big cottage cheese person, but he's upset because I won't go and buy that at the store. because I'm like, no, I want to stay away from dairy. And not to be like too TMI, but I don't think that people should be afraid to talk about it because it affects so many people. I have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and basically, you know, all people think about whenever they think about IBS is, oh, well, you just go crap a lot. But it's not just that. Like, you would have really, really bad stomach pains, like stabbing pains that would really affect your daily life. And I had a lot of trouble for a while whenever I first found out that I had IBS, trying to figure out what to do to make it easier on myself. And dairy is a trigger. So, you know, it's not as hard for me to go without dairy now. I'm not even missing cheese or anything like that. So, but, you know, everybody's different. And I just know that my IBS has definitely been way easier on me, way more manageable. I mean, there's some days, most days it's non-existent. Now there's some days, you know, I'll have some bad days, but it's been pretty non-existent since this week has started. So I'm really happy about that. Sorry if that was TMI for anybody, but I just don't think that people understand everything about IBS and what it does. You know, people don't know what it is, so they just assume because it has the word bowel in the name that that's all it is, and it's not. And it does affect a lot of people. So mine just developed over time. But and I am, with the whole vegan stuff, I am, you know, taking pictures and trying to record my weight and stuff every now and then, just to see if there's like a physical difference, weight wise. So we'll see. I know my skin is looking a little bit better. I had a really bad breakout, which is why I hadn't filmed anything. But my skin is looking a lot better than what it did. It seems to be clearing up now. So I'm happy about that. So, anybody else getting the winter blues? Because I know I am. We had a couple of really nice days, and I took my daughter in her wagon and took my dog for a walk, and we walked around our apartment complex a bunch, and it was really nice. And then, you know, I tried to do it, and then it was just way too cold. You know, because that's another thing I've been trying to do since I have more energy. I'm actually like getting up and wanting to go walk and wanting to do stuff. So before, I would literally just like sit on the couch or lay in the bed all day watching Netflix with my daughter, or, you know, not being very active. And that's not a good example for her, you know. So, and I don't want her to end up, you know, like me, you know, about to be 25 and, you know, I'm at my heaviest weight ever, you know, just worried about all the heart problems and stuff that run in my family, you know, diabetes that runs in the family, you know, those kind of things. And going vegan really can help a lot of that, because you're, you know, really taking down a lot of your cholesterol and fatty amino acid intake. So that's what I'm hoping, is that I can, you know, repair some damage that I've done to my body and get it back on track, because I want to set a good example for my daughter, you know? I mean, everybody wants better for their kids than what they had, and I definitely had, you know, I had a good childhood. My mom was my rock. You know, me and my mom were really, really close, almost Gilmore Girls status. But, you know, still growing up thinking about food-wise, you know, it was all meat, potatoes, butter, lots and lots of butter. You know, that we would go on a little bit of a health kick and eat like baked fish for a little while, that kind of thing, but it never lasted. So, you know, just like, and whenever I was really young, before everybody kind of figured out, you know, things, it was, you know, you better eat everything off your plate. And, you know, it took me a while to get to where, you know, I use nothing but small, you know, the smaller plates for my meals, because I find it's easier for me, because growing up, that's been drilled in my head that I need to eat everything on the plate. I need to clear the plate because there's people starving, you know, when really I could just save that leftovers for another time. But, you know, our knowledge has really grown a lot over the years. So, and I think now more than ever, people are starting to become more and more like health conscious, which is great. You know, I think we should all be health conscious, also environmentally conscious. Sorry if I have to speak up. My heater just kicked on. But yeah, I think we should all be environmentally conscious, and that's why too, like, I love tiny houses and the idea of tiny houses and homes and things. You know, I want to learn how to like compost, because now that our entire diet is vegetables, pretty much, you know, I want to be able to compost all the scraps, and whenever it gets warmer, we want to get some planter boxes, because we live in an apartment, so planter boxes to go out on the patio. I'm actually doing an experiment right now with broccoli stalk, and I put it in a cup of water, and I just keep putting water in it, and there's actually a sprout coming out, and it's still growing in my kitchen in an apartment. It's growing. I'm growing broccoli. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm really excited to see how that comes out. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk with you guys, you know. And I've noticed too, if you're thinking about going vegan, you know, take a look and look up on YouTube. There's a lot of really good like recipes, people that show you how to do vegan and it be flavorful and fulfilling. You don't have to just go eat a bunch of carrot sticks and broccoli and celery sticks, raw veggies. You know, there's a lot of good information out there, and you know, we've been doing it. It's been fantastic, and honestly, I feel like everything's more flavorful because you get more creative with it. You know, you get kind of lazy to where, you know, let me just grab a box of Hamburger Helper, you know, and this makes you really have to think about, what am I going to do for dinner? You know, what am I going to make? But it's cool too, because you don't have to freak out and go and eat out a whole lot because you forgot to sit the meat out to thaw out. That's one thing that I was really bad about. And I'm so thankful that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because that was probably a big deal too, was just eating out so much because we all forgot to sit out the meat to thaw out. So, you know, And some people will say that whenever they go vegan, they feel like they have to eat a whole lot more to feel full. It's been the complete opposite for us here in this household. I don't know why it is, but we all seem to be feeling fuller faster, and not like the sick, bloated, oh God, I feel terrible, I need to go nap full, but the comfortable full where you just feel good and energized, which is really great. But we've actually been getting fuller faster. I mean, I can eat a salad and I'll make a huge salad, and like the other day I made a huge salad because I was going to my mom's and I knew she had fruit and stuff, but I didn't know what else she had, so I packed a salad and I legit snacked on that salad and took it out of the fridge like 3 or 4 different times because I kept getting full, so I'd stick it back in the fridge. And then I didn't even finish the salad. My husband didn't eat any like I expected him to, but my sister ended up finishing off that giant salad, so yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna do some faux freckles. I don't know if I want to do this guy or this guy. I'm gonna do this guy. I've been liking doing some faux freckles every now and then. And I just take this eyebrow pencil and I do this kind of deal. And it looks a little crazy at first, but I'll fix that. So now that you're looking all crazy, take your sponge back over all of that and pat them into your face, and they'll look more natural. I never used to think about faux freckles because I have natural freckles, but since it's wintertime, they're not really out and about. I'm gonna go back in with this guy, this little blush bronzer. Liven that back up. And I did trim my hair this morning after I showered because it was getting a little wonky. I didn't trim the long side. I'm trying to grow it out a little bit more. But I had to trim this guy. This over here in the back. Had to trim that. It was getting too crazy. So, there we go. Done. You think once again, and if you have any questions about me and my family going vegan, or you have some tips or recipes you want to share, definitely do that, because I'm always happy to get any advice on some recipes to kind of keep things, you know, different and shake things up a bit. So any information you have or any information you'd like to get from me, just comment below, and I will get back with you, okay? Alright everybody, remember to share the love. Bye.